y'all get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, yeah, it's me, it's your boy, the Louisiana Country Boy, coming at you live once more again. I'm back again on a Wednesday night, and I got another little episode. I told y'all, this train gonna keep on running. It's gonna keep on the chugging. Gonna keep on the chugging. Look here, it ain't never gonna stop. So what I tell you is get your ticket because the train is coming. The train is coming. Look here, old country boy has the honor, has the privilege of having another special guest on here tonight. This young man right here, man, he's a special fella. He's a special kind of fella. But you know what? Y'all know I don't do no introduction. Only thing I introduce is my Sonic Route 44. $1.89 happy hour. Go get you one because this show will be good. But look here, man. I want y'all to sit back. I want you to enjoy. I want you to ingest, and I want you to take in what this young man is about to bring. He's gonna bring it his own way, however he feels about it. And it is an honor, it is a privilege that he would come to the table tonight. So, and the old country boy always say, sit back, relax, put on your headgear. All done. Oh, John, put something in their ear. Have your way, my brother.
What's going on, everybody? I'm John Goldsmith, born in Shreveport, Louisiana. Grew up in Liberty Hill until we moved to Grambling. My mom got sick on me about 9 or 10. Everybody kind of passed away, so I kind of, was homeless for a while. I was kind of abandoned, really. Stayed in the house until somebody found me. Went and stayed with some friends. I bounced around from home to home. Got some trouble with a friend, kind of charged for him. And then the judge was going to throw me away in the system. But a friend of mine that actually I just met, his mom was like, I'm not going to let that young man be put in the system. So she took me in. Her name is Pam McCoy. She stayed in the hills of Grambling. So she decided to bring me in her home, which was the best thing that, ever could have happened to me at that point in time in my life. I still didn't know where my mother was or whatnot because the police had took her away. So Pam put me in school. I ended up going to Grambling Middle School. It was a wonderful school, wonderful teachers. Ended up playing for Grambling High, just about every sport. Graduated early. Ended up going to college early. I got my degree when I got my master's. Now I'm working on my doctorate. And I'm currently the GA at Grambling State men's basketball. I started coaching basketball in 2008. Just some elementary kids. They wouldn't let my kids play because they said my kids were troubles kids, and all those kids got degrees now, which is so funny. They wasn't trouble kids. They just didn't want to deal with them back then. The kids changed my life, though. I never thought about coaching. I wouldn't tell anybody in the world that I woke up one day and I'm a coach. Nah, I didn't want to coach. That was my way of kind of introducing basketball with the kids. My first job was a PE teacher, so went out there on the basketball court, whooped up on the kids, and I started realizing that this is the way for us to connect. Like their whole attitude was changed. And from '08 to 2022, I'm still at it. I've coached on every single level except the NBA. God willing, I'll get the chance. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 19th, 11th, 12th, girls, boys, Grambling State girls, now with Grambling State men's. So it's just, it's been a blessing. It's an adjustment. Now, I'm not riding the school bus to play games no more. I'm catching flights and living out of my bag, eating out every day. But I've learned a lot. I've met people that I never would have met. Chris Paul, in my life, and I'm sitting right next to him. He's shaking my hand. We're having conversations. I don't know. I always tell the kids, and I can tell you the same thing. God spared me. I wasn't supposed to be here. I got in trouble. Like I was, and I wasn't a bad kid. I didn't know what was going on. My dad passed. My mom was gone. I didn't have no family. I had Pam eventually. And then he was a Grambling family, and of course your family, through with Asia and her mom. But when you're out there in them streets, man, don't nobody care about you. Right. So I call myself getting in trouble, man, and got shot at, man, stabbed, all that stuff. And I just look at these kids today and I'm like, man, these kids die over little stuff. And I face this, and God spared me every single time. And so since he spared me, I just took it upon myself to do right. Uh, Not, my dad passed when I was young, but really kind of no disrespect to him. He wasn't there. So I really pride myself on, being a good dad, learning how to be a good dad, because I mess up too. It's not no playbook to being a father. You just kind of get it and go. Um, Two wonderful daughters, of course, Asia and Madison, light years apart.
Yes.
Got me a grandson that's adorable and precious. Thank God I still got my mom. She's my inspiration for not ever complaining about nothing, because she don't complain about nothing or nothing. Like, she just don't.
Right.
Only said one cuss word her whole life. you know,
Wow.
you know. Another part about me, I was raised in the church. Kids today have options. I didn't have no options. Growing up, going to church in Liberty here, I hated church. I'm not gonna lie to you. We went to church Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, faithfully. And Liberty Hill was like 45 minutes away from Graham. I didn't understand why we had to go to church so much.
Right.
But I understand it now. She made me read the Bible when I was younger, and kids used to pick on me. They used to call me Bible boy. Tease me. Your mama gonna make you read the Bible. And man, when I tell you them same kids be struggling with life now, we all grown now. God got me. I know how to pray for real, for real.
Right.
I know how to trust in the word. So I kind of, not that, say anything bad about them, but I'm so glad she put that Bible in my hand. I'm so glad she made me go to church every single day. So I count on God and not man.
Right.
So my alarm just went off a minute ago. I got an alarm from 8 a.m. I got an alarm 12 p.m., 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. Just praying, because I be going through stuff during the day, and I've been had that alarm going since 2009.
Wow.
So I set my alarm to pray. A fun fact, the only way Asia could keep her phone, I would text a word, and she would have to send a scripture. That's
Wow.
the only way I pay that bill.
Wow.
I
Wow.
did that for a minute. She just not really paying for a phone on her own now. She grown now, so I ain't doing that. But that right there was, you know, her grandma push God, mom push God, and I do my part in pushing in there too. Uh, so other than that, man, I'm just a laid back guy, just being thankful. Get up every day, grind for Grambling State University as much as I can, man, and just try to do right.
Right.
You know.
Man, that's a journey, John. I tell you, it's to have you sit here and talk about it, um, but to talk about the past, to flash back on it, and to see where you've come, to see how far you've come. That's the thing, that you didn't. And I had that song, and I don't know if you seen my little advertisement I did for you. It was a West Love song, and that song touches me because that song says, "Keep pushing, keep pushing." You keep pushing. You got to keep on pushing. Um, Man, and that's the most amazing thing. And I'm listening to you, and we ain't talking you in your 40s or you in your 50s. We're talking about a young man who has endured, and then the thing is that you're still giving back, even now, even then, when you was talking about PE, even then you finding your way, but still giving back or paying it forward. That's amazing, man. That is amazing. Um, and that's a wonderful thing, and that's what we need. That's what we need more of. But that's what was instilled in you. That's something that you grasped and you held on to, and you still do. And being able to, I know you talked about, and I talked to you before about the things you do with the young men and working with them, and still telling them and talking to them. Man, that's a great thing. It is.
Yeah, man, it come right back in full circle, man. And you don't do it for the blessings, but still to this day, the fact that we still talk the same group of kids that are not now young men with families, from 2008. They come home summertime. We see each other. We talk. It wasn't just basketball. You know, I
Right.
tell people all the time. Everybody that love me, that I'm super close to right now, it's because of that little basketball, man. I'm not gonna lie. God used that as a tool, and I just take advantage of it. You know, I met my godsons because of that basketball.
Wow.
You know, you know, life just changes. You know, because it's hard. You know, young black man. You know, back in the day, it was hard to have a consistent role model as a male figure. Like if you couldn't play sport, people really weren't talking to you. If you was getting in trouble, people didn't want to deal with you because they thought
Right.
you were bad. Instead of just asking the question. I had a student my first year teaching at Lincoln Center. This kid was getting sent home, man. He had on Red Sox. So a teacher with an assistant principal, she was like, I done told you. As soon as he got off the bus, she was like, I done told you, you finna get expelled. So I was like, can I talk to him first? She was like, I don't see what that's gonna do. I said, but can I just talk to him? Because that don't make no sense. I went over, talked to the kid. Kid broke down crying. He was like, I stayed with my granny. He was like, my mom's on crack, and the only time we can wash clothes on the weekend. So I got to wear the same socks every day. It ain't that I'm trying to be no thug. I don't have no socks. But
Wow.
had she took out 1 second out the day, but that's how I go now. I don't believe like such thing as bad kids. You know what I'm saying? It's situations.
Right.
You grow up in a bad situation 9 times out of 10. You know, you rarely see them. You know, get through that crack, and then going to Grambling just really showed me the difference. Like my classmates' parents were, you know, teachers working in financial aid, doctors, and I'm, you know, at Ruston, if that was that wasn't it wasn't African American, it was the white kids' parents. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm just sitting there, man, and it just made me want to be something else.
Mm.
Like my friends had nice houses and stuff, and I'm just like, I just want to just be more than just another, you know, another kid, another guy. So it just kept fighting and kept proud. I'm still not there yet. I'm still not there yet. I promise you I'm not there yet. But you just gotta keep on fighting. Like I told you earlier, just gotta keep fighting for her. And it'll come back.
Right, 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 and it will, man. And, you know, and you're doing those things. You know, and that's the thing is, no matter what you have dealt with, you've taken it. You didn't run from it. That's the thing about it. You ain't ran from it. You ain't run from it. You faced it head on. What I see a lot of today is a lot of people want to run from things, and understand it don't go nowhere. When you get tired of running and you turn around, it's gonna be right there. It's gonna be right there looking at you. You know,
Right.
but when you face it head on, when you run slap dab into that thing, that's gonna be it. Either it's gonna finish you or you're gonna finish it. But you faced it right then and right there, and you move forward. Um, and I think that's what I see in you. And no matter what the obstacle is, you're like, you know what, man, I'm finna face it. One of us gonna fall. It's gonna be me or it's gonna be you, and I don't intend on falling. And I know you're a pretty big old boy, so it's gonna take a lot to push you down. But I mean, that's the reality of it is the fact that just facing it. And when people can do that, and you encouraging the kids, hey, just face it. Just here's what it is, and you have the unique ability to get through to them. And whether it's the basketball that then, as God gives you, you say He gave you the ball, but that was just a tool to get you to build the boat.
And let me say this though. I wouldn't say that I face it. I would say and this me being honest. I went through some of the darkest times of my life. I'm talking real dark times. But if it wasn't for those kids, and I don't even know if they know that. Ain't no telling where I'd be. Just
Mhm.
because, like, let's just say they come over to the house, I'm depressed, then cried, all this. They come over to the house, we watch the game, or we just talk about bad. And this is back then. This is '08, '09, and 10.
Right.
And the times that I could have sat there and just been horrible, they were there. The times that things happened bad, I had a game or I had practice or they wanted to get in the gym. That's when I was like, okay, well, it's not, and they'll never, and well, I'm supposed to write a book, but I ain't had time. I don't think they know, like, that's the reason I'm still sound of mind, to see it. they ain't failed yet. They ain't broke yet. And so that's the inspiration to kind of keep going. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Not even the fact that I'm strong. It's just shit. They make it easier, man.
Right.
You know?
That's an amazing thing, to say as much as they needed you, you needed them.
Hmm.
That's wow. That is, and to be able to just admit that thing is, man, if it had not been for them there, to pull you out of some places where I guess if they hadn't have came around, you could have just been, look, what do they say? Look at God. He put them right there when you wanted to go sink in a sinkhole. It's like, no, look here, Coach John, we need to go, let go practice. And man, that's what it's all about. I say this a lot, John. I say that we're all on this journey together. We all on this thing together, whether we know it or not. We all on this thing together. The only difference is we all got our own individual stories. And see, the thing is there's something about another person's story that can help you on your journey. Just like them kids, something about them help you on yours, and what you poured into them it helped them. And that's what it's about. It's that connection that you make, and you keep on believing in them. And I guess it's the fact maybe you believe in them, maybe believe in you more. More you believe in them, more believe in yourself. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to think I used to be I remember one time coaching basketball, I was like, maybe I'm too hard on him. And I had said that to an old player like back in the day. I coached him, I think at I. Lewis. That's like 09, 2010. And he was the pitcher at LSU. He World Series too when LSU won that year. Um, and he was just talking to me. He's like, "That's neat, man." And I was telling him, I said, "Man, maybe I used to feel like I was too hard on y'all." He was like, "Nah, man, you made life easier, you know." But it wasn't even that. I'll tell you the crucial time. My mom was put on. They put on hospice at one point in time, and that's kind of like the end of everything. Even though that lady said, "Don't say that," I said, "That's what it is." I said, "I had to get my mind together, my soul together." I tell them boys hit me up just on some. I think I mean, it's crazy. One of them sitting right here. You had called me. He had called me just to check on me, and I was like, "This is what I'm going through." And he was like, "I ain't even know you was going through all that." You
Wow.
see what I'm saying? I can't fake that.
Right.
You just picking up the phone just at the right time. Just, you all right? Nah, I'm not. It's hard over here right now. Like, that's we watching the game. I ain't when last time I coached you. Oh, 09, 10? 10. It's
Wow.
2022. And it's a blessing, man. They're a blessing to me. They're a blessing to my family, man. Cause it ain't went nowhere, man.
Right. Man, that's man, that is wonderful. I mean, and it's like it's not like there is that bond that's there. There is that bond. There is that unique bond that you have and that you formulated with each and every one of them. Again, man, y'all, it's like you're standing strong together, um, and you're pouring in. And like you said, from way back then to sitting there right now, you sitting there right now with somebody that you coached way back when.
Yeah.
Man, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And it wasn't just because you poured in a sports. It was because you poured in. It was because you poured in, and that's the thing that's so important that people understand. It's poured in, man. When you pour in, you're emptying yourself of stuff, but you poured in positivity to somebody else. Man, that's amazing. That is amazing. Um, man, tell us about come on, tell me more about this wonderful, wonderful, illustrious career of yours. This fantastic career trying to, how many rings you got? I mean, what?
Listen, I got a state runner up at Lincoln Prep or whatnot, and we one more game to play in the SWAC tournament or whatnot. But I don't have a ring yet. And boys ought to think Grambling State, we ought to get one this year. Uh, we got a surprise for the SWAC this year, but nah, it's the same, man. It's just the only thing different is I get on the plane now.
Right.
And I might have to catch let me see, we drove to Illinois. So I think that was 11, on on this bus that had the beds, and it was so nice, man. TVs and all the stuff, but that's the only difference because the love, you go out to college, the kids a little older, they
Right.
don't really know you, but once they got a feel for me, that was a wrap, man.
And that's what I was going to ask you, John. I was going to ask you that since you've gone from elementary or junior high, whatever you want to call it, I.A. Lewis, you've gone to high school. Um, Now you're at the college level. What's the difference in the kids? What's the difference in the young men? I mean, because with the, and I'm just thinking here, I ain't never been there, but I would think that these kids are coming from a background and it's, God knows what, and now they're set at you to try to figure them out, and they're older. When you remember when you was that age, you knew everything in the world. Could nobody tell you nothing. Could nobody tell me nothing either. But you sat there and you like, but now here's this opportunity to mold these young adults where they're not these little high school kids where you can have at that time more of an influence. How's that work for you?
It's no difference. Just like when I started Lincoln Prep, I'm quiet, I'm reserved. I sit back, I watch and see what's going on. Once I see what's going on and it's up,
Right.
now I'm gonna get on you. And they'll tell you like when I cooked for the boys basketball team, they came over the same way everybody else come over, and we just sitting down talking. And they said me wanting to play, we just talking, getting to know each other. He said, man, I knew. He said when I first met you, I said that motherfucker. He said he quiet, man. That's a quiet guy. I said he about his business, so they know like I don't, I can talk to you in a different manner and way, but ain't no background there. But none of them can tell me because I didn't, like I said, shot stabbed, all that. You ain't gonna tell me nothing new. Like ain't no drive-bys. I still got a classmate still in jail from '96. They did that in '96. Yeah, '96. He's still in jail.
Wow.
Like I seen it. So they when we talk, I have a nickname. They call me John Gotti. It used to mean something bad. I'm not gonna lie to you because I did some stuff. I told you I was reckless. But now it's just associated with Coach Gotti. Don't nobody know nothing about John, the gang banging, thug. It's just Coach. So it's easy to relate to him. This is who I am. Who are you?
Right. Right.
That's it. And then I'm you are, you respect me, I respect you, and we can go on with life. So it ain't no different, really.
Wow. And that's that uniqueness that you bring to it is being able to, you know, when you go through some things in life, it's much easier to relate to somebody who's going through. Yeah, you don't want nobody to go through the things, but pretty much you'd be like, man, you can't pull what mama used to say, you can't pull no wool over my eyes. You going on with that. And I done seen that. I done seen that about 10 years ago. But that's that thing. But you don't, and you have the approach to be able to connect with them on that level. And that's, man, that is, I truly believe that everything we go through, every single step is to prepare us for the next, is to prepare us for the next, is to prepare us for the next. I feel personally that every step is just a preparation step. It's just preparing us. It's making us stronger. It's making us better. And we have to take all of that in a positive and do something positive with it. Or you don't have to. Or you can end up be like, you know what, all this stuff right here happened. I'm gonna go that way. But again, for me, I think everything is a choice. I just believe everything is a choice. We all gonna have good and bad. What you gonna choose? Which way you gonna choose to go?
Right. You're absolutely right. Ooh, and my back hurt.
But that's man, that is an excellent thing, man. I know that, and even I with knowing a little bit about you, the things that you've learned from having an older child to now having a little child. I mean, the gap that you got in between, in them learning curves. Because I'm telling you, because there's some things now that your little one can do. You be like, ain't it? You know, But it's amazing when you can take that and you can take that lesson, those lessons, and apply them positively. And that's what I think is most important is to take it and to apply it in a positive way, no matter what it is. Don't Things don't break unless you want to be broken.
Right.
And man, I commend you on everything that you're doing. I know you told me about, the group that you had when you sat and you had a young man that you talked to. Man, that being that inspiration, things that you do again that are outside of the box. Because I don't know I don't know no college coaches. I ain't that good yet. However, I know me one now. I got me old college coach friend now. But however, it's this thing is that you can take it and you can take these kids. It's not something that you have to do. It's not what you have to do, but it's something that it's in you to do that makes any sense. You could be like some of them, like, look here, I'm going on study the playbook. You talking about you was over there cooking. You could be like, I'm cooking for myself. Ain't none of y'all. But to include them, that's bigger than the game.
Now let me say this honestly. Now I ain't gonna say that. The first time I cooked, I think one person pulled up, and then somebody else pulled up. It didn't happen on purpose. Not come on, eat. Now I'm finna sit up and tell you that. And then it got to where one of them, his name D, he would see the rest of their cars pulled up. He like, God, it must be cooking. So then, so that's how it happened. I ain't finna sit up and tell you a lot of, hey, y'all come through and cook. Nah, it ain't happen like that. That happened by accident.
But even the fact that they felt comfortable enough too, because you might ride by one of them old coaches' house, you been knocked out, you look you up. I don't care how many cars they pull up in there, talk about something to eat if you want to.
Right.
But, it's man, what has happened in your life? What and I read one of the comments here, and I usually don't, but it's so true. How God preserved you through all of that. You talk, man, that's you talk about not having anything or anyone.
Yeah. This I use this towards life. So when the police they took my mama away, they left me there. So the light stayed on, for a little while. Water stayed on for a little while. Her safe was open in her room. Our black parents back in the day, you couldn't go in their room, but she used to leave her safe open. So you go up there to town hall in Graham, you could pay all your bills, the cable, the water bill, gas bill. And I used to go with my mom up there. So I would take the money out the safe and go up there and pay it. I would go to the little ZZ Mart or whatever at the gas station right there. And I think Big Coach used to own it. So, they had food there. I was buying junk food and, little sandwich meat. I was going in curfew. So eventually the lights went out. Eventually the water went out. So I went down to 3 houses down where nobody staying there, but the water was still on. I was filling up with a jug. Shoot, that's how I got by.
Wow.
It got bad. I got the flu. I went to a telephone booth, and before Mr. Gallows got that building, it was a gas station right there. Remember, Gallows was right there, Smith Insurance, and it was a gas right there. It was a telephone booth right there. Found me a quarter, put the thing in there. I called the family member. The family member hung up my face. I'm not making this up. It's nothing personal. I'm grown now. It's over. Hung up the phone in my face. So I sat there in that telephone booth. It was raining, and I was crying. I mean, I was crying because, you got the flu. The flu be on you.
Right.
I'm crying. 1 minute go by, 2 minutes, 3. Then I just kind of and I realized no matter how hard I cried, wasn't nobody coming.
Mm.
And so that's my life. Right now, I can feel sorry for myself. I can feel sorry for my mama. And ain't nobody coming, man. And I just figure it out and get on with it, man.
Wow.
That's kind of where that molded me for the rest of my life. That one moment right there, just sitting there, just crying, man, I want something. I'm a kid, want nobody to help me, and guess what? Ain't nobody coming. Get up,
Wow.
figure it out. So,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Man. Boy, it's wow. I sit here so many times. I've sat with people and I hear their stories and I go like, wow. because I say all the time, man, you can look at somebody, but you never know. You never know what they have had to endure. You never know. You can assume whatever you want to, but you never know. Just like you talked about the kid with the red socks, you never know
Right.
what somebody's going through. They come out looking just as dandy as all get out. But man, you never know what the struggle was, and it's and a lot of the time it's really real, man. And to hear that, it's like wow, man. At that age, to have that instilled in you, like you know what, ain't nobody coming,
Yeah. Figure it out.
man. Wow, wow. And I would say, man, to when again, man, that's when you know that you are covered. That's when you understand grace and mercy. That for me, man, that is the depth of it right there. Is to understand that for a purpose, this young man, this young man right here, purpose, and it's so man, it's bigger than Grambling, and I say that because again, you talk about the people's lives that you have impacted and been a part of your life. But then you know what? Those boys, those young men, they go out other places, and then your impact, and then they impact somebody, and then they impact. That's how it spreads.
Right.
That's how it keeps spreading. That's how it gets bigger. And man, and from that little boy at the telephone booth, from man, I sit here and I go from that little boy at the telephone booth to the one who's catching flights. That is yours. Can you hear me? Hold on a second. Your mic just went blank. Hold on just a second. That's on your side, John.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Everybody keep calling, man. My bad.
Damn, you on the interview. You live
Yeah,
right now. Go watch.
I'm trying to tell them.
Yeah. Go watch me. I'm on live. You can go watch me. Quit calling. But man, it's just that from that phone booth to the airport.
Yeah.
Man, that right there. From a young father to a well-groomed father. To a season. Man, all the things that this life has brought. Just get up, figure it out.
Right.
Get up and figure it out. And you've done it, man. You've done it, and you've done it. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. But what I would say is like everything that I know and I feel like you've done it. You've done it to the best of the ability, and you've been able to take in. And what I say, we sponges. We soak up all we can and we squeeze out the excess. The stuff that we don't need, get rid of it. The stuff that ain't gonna benefit us, get rid of it. But the stuff that's gonna take us and build us and mold us and move us forward, that's what you've seen. That's what I see sitting here in front of me, man. And man, it is an honor, bro. It is indeed an honor and a privilege just to have you here and to tell your story. I know that I'm assuming that school is. I don't know. Is y'all practicing now? You running them boys now?
I do, training and whatnot, and some of the players they decide to stay or whatnot, and so when they come to the gym, recruits will come, things of that nature. So I'm still in the office or whatnot. So yeah, it don't stop. It don't stop.
That is amazing, man. From I sit here and I'm telling you, just hearing it, I'm going like, man, and in my mind, just visualizing the fact that from here to there to there, to be able to, well, I guess you can if you want to walk the halls of the old high school,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to know that there, and then you went from there right there, and you marched the stage at the university. Not only marched the stage, look, Now you get a chance to now you're on the court at the university. Man, the steps. What does it say? The steps of a good man are ordered. The steps.
Well, we spoke this though. Me and the boys in the summertime, they'd come back home, whatever we work out, and we'd sit out there on the porch and we sit up there, our conversations, they elevated over the years. From 2010 to 2022, the conversations have changed. I want to I want to start at the junior high, or I want to start in high school. I want to get a scholarship. Like everything they say, it happened. And so when I started coaching it's just hard. When I started coaching at Lincoln Prep, I was like, man, I can't wait to be a college coach. And just spoke it, you know. Got an opportunity to go out there, and learn with the girls, and that was real. That showed me like working out with the girls, and the assistant, her name was Coach Diaz. She showed me true definition of up with the chickens, you know. Texting me, I'll see you at 4:30. 4:30 what? 4:30 a.m. She had everything to the T, and I just realized, like, okay, well, I get up early, and so I really implemented that with our boys at Lincoln Prep. We made that. We went and played for state when COVID broke out. So I got the boys up at like 5:30, which I did with the other groups before, but it was like the whole summer was that, not married, single. So kids here sleep on the couch, get up at 5, work out, go to summer league practice, get out of practice, come back to the house, cook breakfast. They take a nap, go back, lift weights again, train some more, go back to the gym again, play until they get tired. Everybody come home, do a little workout with the weights. To get into the shower, you got to go do 10 push-ups. You got to use the bathroom, 10 push-ups. And we just did that. I knew we was going to state. I knew nobody could mess with us. We outworked everybody around here. It wasn't even close, man.
Wow.
But that was the inspiration of Coach Diaz, though. Just she up. Her coach is Shakala Hill, her coach Murray and Coach Pierre, arguably one of the greatest women basketball players of all time when it's all said and done, with quadruple doubles. And then doing the same thing as a professional, but the way that coaching style is. And even like now with Coach Jack, Coach Kyle, and Coach EJ, and our former coach, Coach Hines, just they working. That rub off. That rub off on you. Okay, I'm not working hard enough. And I realized that. I actually realized that the other day. I was like, I can do more, so let's do more. If I could do more, I got breath in me, do more.
Right.
That's where I'm at now, man. I just got home, man. I'll tell you, I don't think I never passed out this quick in life, man. I am. Ooh, man. I'm for real, man. I gotta take a commit heating pad on my back. I'm tired. Boy, trying to sit up right.
Hey man, but look, I ain't gonna hold you. I appreciate you stopping. But what I will do is, man, before you leave, I'm gonna give you the platform again. I'm gonna close my old trap open here. I'm gonna shut up, and I want you to deliver whatever it is, whatever message that you have that you want to deliver out. It's your platform. It's your time. Whatever it is that you want to put out there, hey, your way, sir.
Life is gonna knock you down a million times. You gotta have faith. God is God is a jealous God. You try to count on people. It's human nature for people to let you down. You have to figure out a way. And whatever you put into this life, you will always get back. It doesn't matter. You want to be the best basketball player, football player, teacher, preacher, whatever you want to be the best at, you got to pour into it. And you got to pour into it. Even though people won't give you the pat on the back or the I'm proud of you, you still got to push through. That's one thing that I learned. I used to ask, I was like, man, and it's just this young me. I'm doing all this stuff, man. And I said, dang, ain't nobody care. And then I started seeing the impact. I said, okay, it don't matter. So my words to anybody is I always push forward. Put your heart into it. Move from your heart, especially. Good things will happen to you. Now the devil's still alive, so bad things will happen too. But I promise you, the good gonna outweigh the bad. Just stay forward. Keep the eye on the prize. no matter what, and it's gonna get bad. Anybody listening, I promise you, it's gonna get bad. My mother was on hospice. That's it for me. I just remember her before she had her brain surgery. You got to sign those papers. Saying that if she passed, this stuff. I ain't never had to do no stuff like that. I'm young. Why am I gotta do this for my mama? Because I'm the only child. That's why. And my mama, I was just crying, and they was gonna take her out. She looked at me. She grabbed my hand. She said, "I'm gonna be okay." I don't know. I felt like a little kid. Okay. Of faith. Gotta have faith through life. You got faith, a lot of things will be easy versus people that don't have it.
Right.
Having faith, you don't question it. Just kind of, it's God. Even the things that hurt you the most, your faith got to prevail through it all. And so that's what got me.
I hear. Yeah, your mic went out again.
Okay, you can hear me.
I got you now. Yeah.
Some people are just thankful for things or money. You just got to be thankful.
Hmm.
Got to be thankful for life. I've been to plenty of funerals. Been pallbearer at many funerals. Friends, players. Sadly. It's one life you live, man. Enjoy it, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Have fun along the way. Stop thinking you're the ending point. I just want to get to the ending point. I said I was a college coach in 2008, man. I'm a college coach. I don't know how to coach sixth grade. We finna run 18 miles just like the university too. And I did that. And they ran. I'm not lying. We was running around rusty. People said it's crazy. And them same kids, they signing them basketball scholarships, and them other kids that didn't want to do it. It's real. They didn't.
Right.
You can't make it hook. But yeah, my ending words, man, would be just push forward. Push forward no matter what. And if anybody need any help with anything, call me. You go to my page. Ain't none, I've been on Facebook since 2006. Ain't none of that negative. Not a nothing. Just my family, some scriptures, and a couple of laughs. But that's it.
Man. Hey, John, I appreciate it so much. Again, I thank you. I know that you've been out there whacking today. I thank you for taking the time to stop by the table, man, to feed us. I will tell you this personally. You know, even though the respect I have for you and who you are, I see it in a whole different light. I really do. Man, and I thank you so very much for coming by, giving everybody something to eat. Because folk out here be hungry, they need to eat, and that's what I tell them. You come over here, you gonna eat. We gonna eat at the table, and man, we did that. And to the people that are listening, if you're watching, man, y'all, again, I tell you, anybody that comes on here, don't support him. Man, he's out there at the university. Man, go. If that means if you're down there in Grambling, go on and get a ticket to the game and root for him. How John, I seen you on TV or what this thing is on the social media thing. Get his autograph, because one day you ain't gonna be able to get it. They're gonna have them people surrounding him, so you ain't gonna be able to get them guards when he hit the pros. They'll be like, I know him. And he gonna be like, man, I got to get on back to the back. But y'all go on support him, and everybody that's been on here. If that means if he just said it, man, go. His page been there since Facebook started. He was one of the first people on Facebook. but, go support him. Go support what he's doing, man. And again, I appreciate it. I thank you so much for taking this time out, man. To everybody else, look here. John finna get up out here. He finna go put that old heating pad on. I don't know if he worked them or they worked him, but look here, it looked like some stuff went on today. But hey, man, again, I appreciate it to each and every one of y'all that's out there listening. Thank y'all for tuning in. You didn't have to, but I greatly appreciate it. And I know I got something from it. And I pray that you did too, because we just here to sow the seed. We here to sow the seed, put the food on the table. If you decide to eat, that's on you. If you don't, that's on you as well. But we gonna keep on feeding. We gonna keep on feeding. Look here, as I always say, before I get up out of here, I love each and every one of you unconditionally, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. Hey, thank you, John, and we up out of here. I appreciate it, my brother.
All right, man.
All right now. All right.